really take that much time? Oh, it went up. Okay. Don't you dare slide off of there. You slide off of there, and there's gonna be words. Come on. Thank you. I swear, I'm like one of the few people in the world that have such a terrible time trying to get a match lit. It's maddening. Absolutely maddening. So since I saw some sort of incense that I like come in the mail accidentally, husband's like, well, you don't have to use it so sparingly now because you know you're getting more for Christmas. And I'm like, okay, yay. Sorry about the delay there, guys. I had to take care of something real super quick that turned out to not be so super quick, but sorry. It needed doing, and I wanted to get it taken care of right that second. Let me see here. What's this one? That's not it. That's not it. Really? That's not it? No, that's not it. Who did I... There it is. It shows me a little preview now on OBS what says what, so I don't have to start unclicking everything because I didn't tag it properly because, you know, my brain was in a hurry and was just like, let's just fucking do this. So everybody needs to have their clothes put back on. Well, at least the ones that are being leveled. They all had their clothes taken off for the patch because I remembered to do it this time, and I was a little extra paranoid with this patch because they had talked about starting gear being changed, and that the old starting gear that well, the old starting gear as of Monday, the starting area gear, that was no longer going to be obtainable upon login, that they were changing the starting area gear for new characters. But the stuff that we had been outfitted in as of Monday, they're going to put that back into the game in a later patch. So, sorry, my incense just like got all up in my throat. And I'm looking at OBS, I'm like, oh, my Kofi button needs to get slid over, and I'm trying to grab it on my WoW screen, and I'm like, wait, it's not there. No, it's not gonna be, silly. Okay. That's set up there. So sorry for the delay in getting going. I mean, we're not really late, but I did put the tweet out of more than a few minutes ago, and then realized I needed to go. I guess there's okay. This, because Healbot is so transparent there around the frame, the way I have it set up, I can't always see the edge of the frame to grab it. So that's slightly annoying at times, but that's a me problem. Alright, so let's start. They did change the icons on, and this was so minor, I didn't even notice until I saw it in the patch notes. that they changed the icons for the gold, silver, and copper pieces. Excuse me. Okay, I think we're okay now. Apologies. And I hadn't even noticed it until I saw it, because it was subtle but not. I mean, looking at it now, it's like, oh, well, it's more of like a 3D shape and kind of sitting on an angle. But because I use Bagnon, I didn't notice it at first. But it does look like I still have quite a bit of the original Death Knight starting gear on here. I mean, that's not. That was updated. Just making sure everything is still as it should be. You can definitely tell what's DK starting gear because it's only worth 1 copper. Which I find hilarious. Excuse me. Alright, so we're gonna start out with the DK, My Bloody Soul. She had an okay level. Picked up a 1 tusk, so not terrible. We also picked up 4 greens, and I got so excited when I got pants. I was like, pants! And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay. And then I was looking at what I had over here, and I'm like, well, I really just want the strength. And I'm like, this is agility. And I was like, oh, but da-da-da. And I'm going back and forth. I'm like, but the leech is nice. And then I realized it was male. And I was like, damn it. Like, I need plate. So that was kind of my brain being stupid. And then we picked up a shield, which we can't use, and a dagger. So, yay. I can't even DE them on this character because they're horde. And I mean, I guess I could make my 1 horde alt a disenchanter, but I think I'd be better off just vendoring them for the cash, to be perfectly honest. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, that was such an Eeyore tone right there. Eeyore is one of my spirit animals. Eeyore and Gur, I've got like 2 completely opposite ends of the spectrum spirit animals. If a cartoon character can be a spirit animal, I would like to think so. Alright, so let's dive in here. And we'll get back to work leveling. So, if anybody missed the extra art stream yesterday, that VOD is still up. I need to get that shifted over to YouTube later tonight. And I know I originally said I was thinking about doing it on Monday, but Monday my migraine came back. I was incapacitated. That was not going to happen. Not in the slightest. There was not even a glimmer of hoping that would happen. After a certain point, I was trying to feel better, thought I was starting to feel better, and then no, it definitely was not better. Our weather pattern for like the last week has been absolutely terrible for me. And it's just been a whole thing and a half, so. But I actually started feeling better yesterday, so we got a little bit of work done on the PFAL's, like the green butt section. I wasn't in love with it when I was working on it, and I was starting to have some regrets. But that being said, when I went back and looked at it later after I had taken a few minutes to walk away and get dinner sorted, and I was looking at it at a little bit more of a distance instead of right up on it. It did look pretty good, and I was happy with it. So we didn't get too far on that last night. I never had the chance to go back and work on it off stream because it was a busy night. Because after I got dinner sorted, I had to do some dishes, and then I had to do some testing off stream for the mall skip, because everybody else had on the test team had hopped in and started doing some testing. And I was like, shit, I need to get in there. And then I fell down a rabbit hole of patch notes and updates and things and stuff that I needed to add into this week's show topics for Lita. And then next thing I knew, it was like an hour later, and I was like, what the hell just happened? And I'm like, what time is it? And then I needed to work on doing some testing, and I tested it with a trial class, and I didn't see anything to be concerned with on the trial class. I had one more quest credit than somebody else did on the test team, so I wasn't sure if they just did the math differently or what that was about. So I do have one quest listed that we just need to double check that was put on the allowed list. I think it was. I feel like if it hadn't been put on the allowed list, we would have seen it popping up on the not allowed list by now. But I just wanna double check that we are good there. It'll make me feel better. And yeah, but then I took Gentle Soul, who had been my 120 pacifist, who has been sitting at 50 for almost a full year now. Or yeah, it has been sitting at 50 for a full year now, I think. Whenever Squish came in, I think it was about now. Or close to it. I took a deep breath and was like, well, she's not gonna level in the selection screen, so I took the plunge. I did the mall skip on her. Everything was fine. And then I wasn't gonna take a covenant because I'm like, is there really any point in me taking one? Fair convinced me to take one. For me, covenant just means going out and killing stuff for the sake of the covenant and things, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be killing anything. So to me, it just didn't seem worth it. But she's like, but you're leaving XP on the table, and I was like, alright. So she convinced me to at least test it, make sure we were good, and we were. The only thing I'm going to suggest is if you do decide to take Pacifist into Shadowlands, do know it is not 100% safe out there, as it never is for a challenger. Like, just like normal challenger things, you're going to have to watch out for people. You're going to have to watch out for mobs. There are some stealthed foxes in certain spots out there. In Bastion, you're going to have to be aware of all of the things, and the zones are a little bit more densely packed, so you're gonna have people in a little bit closer quarters. There's mass pulling leather farmers and leveling bots and people training mobs all over the place out there, so you really need to be careful. It's not like it's gonna be, you know, safe and you don't have to worry about your surroundings. You do, but it does give you an option, because you can pick flowers and mine ore out there without anything spawning. Contrary to past expansions where the more recent ones were in fact spawning mobs when you went to go mine occasionally or pick that flower. These ones, we have not seen that to date happen. So it's gonna give you another option aside from doing old world archaeology. So it's probably worth doing. Now, I do strongly suggest, or strongly recommend, rather, that if you do want to take a pacifist into Shadowlands, that you have flying. Now, I'm not saying that the skies are 100% safe. You do have flying mobs that are hostile. I think in just about all of the zones that you can fly in. So, Bastion, Arden, Revan, and Maldraxxus. However, at least being able to pop up on a flying mount, even if you're close to the road, just being able to get up to try to get away faster than being on the road, I think will be a benefit. Because, you know, especially if you need to make a quick getaway, because some of those mobs, they do bleeds and dots and gores and all of it, and sometimes it can be quite the minefield navigating out there. So just, I would strongly recommend having the flying for your pacifists in Shadowlands. Maybe for irons too, just so you can get around a little bit, but definitely the pacifists. 100%. I actually managed to push through and grab my flying late this morning. Well, early this what the hell? Oh. I'm looking at bone armor and not at death grip, because I'm dumb. I was working on my gatherer, shall we say, my normal gatherer. They're not really my main, but they've kind of become my main this expansion. Anyhow, I was working on them very early this morning or very late into the night, depending on how you want to look at it. Oh, that person got friggin' owned. Because wasn't he attacking somebody a second ago? He's not one to fuck with. I was gonna pull that mob down there, but he looks like he's in a bad mood, and I think there's enough up here. Haven't gotten another tusk yet. The fuck was I saying? Oh right, so I was working on that, and I did manage to get my flying. For my Shadowlands people, very, very, very late or early, depending on how you look at it. I was getting so mad because I was working on this quest line, and I thought the quest line, like, I didn't realize this one quest that I had gotten pissed off at the other night when I wasn't feeling well was one I had to complete to advance the flying stuff, and I was so mad. And I tried it again last night. I was getting my ass owned on my hunter, and I was like, why? And because I almost had the effing mob down, but I was coming up like 1,000 XP short. Like, I just couldn't get her down the last little bit, and I got pissed off, and I switched my hunter pets. Because on my gatherer is a hunter, right? So they're a marksman hunter, and they had a frog that they were running with because it matched the frog mounts. I think I've shown Soul Circuit once or twice, and they're a little mech gnome, and they had they were using a frog pet, and the frog pet just, I don't know if they just weren't holding aggro. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I just kept dying, and I'm like, what the hell? I got mad. I was like, you know what? The only other thing I can try is a different hunter pet, because I just don't seem to have the hit points to survive this, and I was getting so upset. And the husband doesn't play anymore, so he couldn't help me, and I'm pretty sure what I was working on was phased anyway, so I was like, damn it. Switched to a stag that I had picked up before I had grabbed the frog, and I got it down with like more than half my life left, and I was like, okay, that's weird. So that was a little strange. Shrine of the Storm. I didn't do dungeons in PFA, so I'm like, what is this? What is this nonsense? But yeah, I think now that I'm thinking about it, it was probably a... That's probably a, Look how high up the arm is. Like, can we please fix this? Like, this is terrible. I don't know why they changed it. It should have never been changed to begin with. But yeah, it's out in... what? Storm Song Valley, I think. Maybe Tier Guard. One of those. But yeah, I finally got my flying, so I was like, yay! But I was getting so mad. Because, I was doing this quest, and I'm like, okay, and everybody kept talking about this quest called The Last Sigil, and I'm like, okay. And then I saw, when I looked it up, because I'm like, I'm still not getting this quest, it said something about, oh, well, you have to do the thing with the Primus first, and I was like, okay. So I finally got to the point where I got to him, and I'm like, okay, well, where's this fucking quest? It's not giving it to me. And they were talking about The Last Sigil, but I never got a quest that I noticed said The Last Sigil, so I'm like, I am so confused. And, then I finally got him into Coritha, and he gave me a bunch of stuff as a quest reward, and I'm like, motherfucker, I've got to go somewhere else now? And it was so late, and I was so mad. I'm like, I'm getting cranky, I'm getting tired, I don't want to look at this anymore. I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow, and I was mad. And I was like, well, let me see at least what he gave me, and I'm looking at my quest rewards. That's obnoxious. There we go. That's better than just a shot full of boob. I'm looking at the quest rewards, and then I saw the thing about skies and memories, and I was like, what? And I remembered Fair saying something about that, and I was like, oh, there's the thing that teaches you flying. Okay. And then I stopped that quest chain, I'm like, fuck this. I'm out of here. It's like, I don't want to do this end stuff any longer. I don't care about the end game stuff. I just wanted my flying. I mean, it was decent money from the Covenant stuff, from Covenant dailies, but I was so over that shit. It's like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. WoW challenges, Bloodthirsty, My Bloody Soul, Blood DK, Dings level 36, slash played of 2 days, 18 hours, 6 minutes, and 2 seconds. Alright. It's gonna be a distracted day. As it always is. 5,000. As I take my total kill number. Excuse me. Yes, I take my total kill number, so I take the top number. The tracker uses the bottom number in that 2-number set. So you just want to make sure that they don't get too far away from each other, because some kills don't grant XP, whether it's a scripted event or something, but I still killed it, and I'm going to count it for myself.
Knowledge is the best currency.
And then there was the weirdness where the tracker wasn't working properly for a while. When world scaling came in, was that partway through Legion? So then this character is older, so it's going to be a little bit off more than other characters. Alright, so that got us 122 gold for just the vendor trash. And the greens, another 7 gold, so. Alright, let's tuck you up into the inn for a nap for at least a little while. Oh yes, that's much better now that you've got some clothes on. Alright, that one I need to delete, because that's the one that's got flagged from taking threads. I think I need to delete Blooming Soul too. I think I had been trying to purposely flag her when we were testing the gear debacle. Oh, I never took her gear off. That's okay though, she was only level 10, I didn't care about that. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna come back to you in just a minute. Let's go to the Demon Hunter. Oh, stream's really lagging behind. One of these days it'll load. Maybe. Hello, Mr. Morgan. I'm just gonna go over here. Okay. So, did you all see the new dressing room link? That's pretty interesting. So yeah, this one still has a lot of the starting gear from the Demon Hunter starting area. I think that link only shows up once you've transmogged one of the other characters. Will probably see it on. But nothing I have on her is transmogged at the moment. Yeah, she's got a lot of the starting gear still on her. Alright. So there's a new thingy where if you're transmogged, you can share the link to your character, to your character's transmog, and then people can hover over and see where you got the things from. Alright, so she didn't pick up any big ticket items so far, so that's kind of disappointing, but she is only level 25, so she didn't spend that much time out here leveling yet. Did replace the other warglaive with a sword, which is hilarious because of all the warglaives I was getting on my other characters, and I haven't had a single warglaive drop on this one yet. Terribly funny. Not really. RNG hates me. And we also replaced a belt. We picked up plate, legs, and shoulders. So those will be going to the vendor-y things. So sadly we can't use those. too. Apparently I keep a glaive in my back pocket that I can use for throwing at things. It's terribly fascinating. I'd like to know where I keep that. I mean, and, you know, at first you think it's because you have a glaive and you're throwing that, but apparently this is just a special glaive that we keep in our back pockets, apparently. I guess it just kind of folds up. Maybe it's tucked up under my cape out of sight. I don't know. It's a mystery, you guys. So has anybody played around with the mall skip on your own? That is okay for challengers to use now, by the way, in case you missed the tweet or the Facebook post. That's what I was in the middle of doing. After I tweeted we were going live, Lita had finally gotten back to me about that. So, again, apologies for being late, but I had every intention of starting within like 2 minutes right when I did that, and then I saw her message and I was like, oh, she got back to me, and we were just verifying a couple of things back and forth real quick, and had to... Sirens? Sounds like a fire truck. Or fire rescue. Oh my. That's very loud, like traffic just stopped. It's one of those, I'm not sure which, but... that was probably a fire truck now, because I think I hear more. Well, maybe it's just the way the sound was echoing from that one. Anyhow, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Oh yeah, have any of you guys, messed with the mall skip? If you have, I'd be interested to hear your feelings on it. Have any of you taken a pacifist out into Shadowlands yet? I know Fair has. She was really nervous about doing so, but she did late last night after I took mine out there and was fine. I haven't done any gathering yet. I just took them to Orbos because I hadn't gotten my flying yet, and I was trying to do the testing before I went back to work on my normal. In her pursuit to get that. Excuse me. Excuse me, you're in my spot. Why are you in my spot? And why are you running funny? They were running funny, right? That looked odd. I don't have flying. What the fuck? Trailblazer. Is this a bot? They're level 53. And they're out here. No? They did the quest. Something looks funny about this. I mean, they're transmogged. Bots don't normally transmog. But at the same time, something seems weird about that. Something seems very weird about that. I mean, they have the nickel dog quest. I don't know. I don't like using the movement speed things because it makes me dizzy. We'll have to see if they come back through. I'm just waiting for my deer to respawn because that's a large chunk of my grinding loop that just got wiped out. So I'm not... I'm not sure I want to skip it. We should probably just wait for it. There's not much of a point in skipping it. Hang on one second while we're waiting. I need to message the husband. Oh, my lower back is crunchy. It was mad last night. I was really getting vexed because the flying thing was taking so long to get sorted that I was so uncomfortable with sitting here. Could my deer please come back? There's one of the foxes coming back. I'm a night elf. I wonder if I'll flip forward. I mean, I am a demon hunter though, so I don't know if that will happen. I just had to message the husband. I don't know if he saw my message. Because there was something that had to be dealt with. Sorry, I had to stand up for a second. Oof. My pillow that I sit upon to try to ease my tailbone issues was sliding off my chair. And did you see my message?
No, what?
About the cheese? Did she deal with that?
No, she didn't actually end up going out. I might have to go out to get Tums myself later, so...
Alright, because we need to exchange that if we're gonna deal with the gingerbread as well.
Yeah.
We should deal with the oil too.
Yeah, probably.
Since we have to go to courtesy anyway. Just deal with it all at once. It'd be nice if my deer would respawn. Jesus. Watch it respawn and watch that person come back through, and then I'm gonna just lose my shit. Come on. Come on, 3 more. Well, actually, 5 more. Only one of those came back. There's 3 that hang out over there, so we're waiting on 2 more there. And then there's 3 over here. Come on. You can do it. There's 1. 1 more. They seem to only be... Well, no, they had a whole mess of them when we walked up. There's another one. We're still missing 1 back there. We're missing the stag that's with those 2 does. And we're missing 2 more does up here. I mean, I guess we can start to pull them. While we wait for the others to come back. I mean, hopefully they come back. They should. I see no reason as to why they shouldn't come back. Oh, okay. There's that one. Okay, that stag's come back. So we're just waiting on... Yep, there's one of them. now we've got one more doe that we need. And there's the last doe. Okay. And that should be everybody that I'm worried about. So how's everybody's week going? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, hello. What are you? Item level 28. Item level 22. I don't like holding my shift key, so sometimes sticky keys pops up when I do that. So 7 agility, 10 stamina. Alright, haste and mastery. This is haste and versatility. Mastery increases armor bonus of demon spikes by an additional 29% of your agility. Well, my agility is only 96. This does give us a little bit more. Alright, so we lost a couple of points in that, but I'd rather have the increased armor and stamina and agil. So that's fine. I'll take it. Besides, we're low enough level where it shouldn't really matter that much. And we'll definitely be picking up some more gear along the way. Cool. I keep looking for my touch of death button and I keep forgetting that this is the demon hunter and not the monk. For some reason I want them to be one and the same. Don't know why. Because they're kind of melee-ish at the moment, even though my monk is Mistweaver. Alright, we can't do throw glaive there, and I've been lucky where that boar has not aggroed when I've taunted this one, and I'm really surprised that it hasn't, because it is hostile. And I'm taunting a mob standing right next to it. So all these times I keep thinking it's just a fluke that it hasn't triggered. And I'm just waiting for it to haul off and come after me one of these times. Now the hunter I was fine killing the boar with, because the hunter pet was taking the hit. But he does a nasty dot. Really nasty. And I don't want to mess with that, especially on a character that can't heal themselves. So that's okay. We'll leave him to his thing. I think he might be a quest mob anyway. I mean, these guys might be quest mobs too, but I don't remember. They probably are. Everything out here is pretty much quest mob. But I'm just gonna leave him be. He can do his thing over there. We'll do our thing over here. I try not to pull. I know people are gonna think it's ridiculous, and I have multi-pulled on this character before. I try not to, though, when I'm thinking about it. And I know, like, Demon Hunter and Warrior, and probably even Bear Druid, because I have multi-pulled on the Bear Druid, benefit more from the multi-pull at times, but I've gotten burned from lag spikes, multi-pulling on this character in particular. And Tierguard can always be a little iffy for me, where sometimes I will start lag spiking out of nowhere, and it'll be server side, it won't be my latency, and my internet's been a little weird lately. I keep getting micro drops, so it's a little strange. I don't know what that's about. That could be our router. I don't know. We'll see. We're probably due for a router reset soon anyway. Alright, and there's 26. Make sure we hearth to the right location. Well, at least we upgraded 3 pieces of gear. So that's something. She still hasn't hit a full day of play yet. That's kind of funny. Because it felt like it took me forever to get out of that starting zone. Alright. So, WoW challenges. Bloodthirsty Soul Glaive. Venge Demon Hunter. Ding's level 26, so she's still a wee one. Got a slash played 17 hours, 30 minutes, 45 seconds. Oh, so guys, don't forget to check your add-ons for updates before you pop in to play. Since we did have a relatively large patch, a lot of the add-ons are out of date. Some of them are slowly getting updated. Just, you know, keep in mind that could cause some errors. So you either want to disable them or at least go double check to see which ones might be causing problems and if they have updated. Alright, so go ahead and tweet that. I do want to see something though. Okay, so she's cleaning there. Okay. I got all kinds of achievements yesterday when I logged in on my normal character that kind of surprised me because they were stuff I thought I had already gotten. And I was kind of like, what is this sorcery? What is happening? It was very strange. Alright, so our Grace, 69 gold, not incredible, but she did just go from 25 to 26, so there wasn't a whole lot of leveling happening there. So we do have to keep that in mind. And then another gold's worth of things there. All right. So that's 2 there. That now are dressed once again. Alright, let's go ahead and grab Soul Survivor. They are over in Zoldazar. Okay. Like, didn't I close this box? I forgot we had changed characters. Alright, now she's picked up a few things. Let's go ahead and put our gear back on after we make sure everything's good, and then we'll figure out what we've got going on in the bags. Alright, and this also lets me see what gear we still need to replace terribly. So there's some hands. Her gear shouldn't be too bad because I did go and buy some stuff for the fashion show anniversary podcast show. So and we had to wear that gear, and I actually found some gear that was kind of about my level that kind of matched itself. So alright, that's fine there. That I did transmog into the glasses, but I have the glasses. I had the glasses on before, so it's like, yeah, I add this to your thingy, but I had to physically wear them, so that's why I had to get a second pair. Alright, so all of her gear doesn't really look all that bad. I don't think she's happy about the weight of that staff, but you know, whatever. So, I did replace a green staff, this level. Actually, 10 stamina. Okay, yeah, this one's better. Plus it's got the avoidance, because I forgot we're a guardian. She did pick up 1 ivory tusk. Hasn't picked up a whole lot, but then again, the lower level guys don't pick up that much incredible stuff because they're not out there that long. So, you know, it's just something to keep in mind. The higher you get, the more money amount of vendor trash you're gonna pick up. That's just the way it is. Alright, now I did find out that apparently there's a new Druid travel form options from the barbershop, I think. I didn't put that into the stuff for the show this week, but you know, we did include the link for that. I mean, it's not like it's life-changing for druids, and you know, but it is a thing. It is there. Make sure you go check out your patch notes. There's a lot of patch notes. It's some pretty extensive reading. And I only skimmed it, so, you know. I'm sure I missed something. And I didn't look at the PvP stuff and all that because challengers can't do PvP and all that, so wasn't much point in spending time going through that. Oh, by the way, I did not know this because I don't hang out on endgame character. I don't hang out doing the endgame character stuff. So I was unaware of this. Fair found this out this morning, last night. That apparently, and I think Saya might have kind of known about it, maybe vaguely, but he didn't notice this happening either. There's apparently a section in each of the zones that if you go through it, you are PvP flagged free-for-all in Shadowlands. So anybody on either side can do you a great amount of harm on a challenger. You may want to find out where those sections are. I will see if I can find out all of them. We found out where one of them was in Arden by accident. I will try to see if I can hunt down the other areas, especially now that I can fly, and try to add that into the notes. Apparently for Arden, it's like on the very edge of the zone somewhere, like north in the zone. But just so you all are aware, there are areas out there that will do that, and you don't have to be flagged for it to flag you. You can just be doing your thing, minding your own business, not be PvP flagged whatsoever, and bam! So that's a little concerning. Just saying. Oh, what's that? Storm silver. Not like I can mine it anyway, but sorry, I'm playing with one hand at the moment. as I often do. So my movements will be a little stilted. I don't really want to go down to the bottom tier right now, but probably should. For a second there, I thought everything was missing. I was like, was somebody already down here? And I didn't see them. So this one I will pull a couple. If only just to keep my rage up. Because you can get rage starved. But this one can heal thyself, so I'm not as worried about it. If I was on a warrior, I would still only be single pulling. That's plate. So that's not going to help us in the slightest. I mean, it'll help our bank account minutely, but it's not gonna do a whole heck of a lot. I will say, one of the things I am the most excited for on this patch is probably one of the most silliest things ever, and that is the fact, and I didn't even know they were going to do this until I saw it. They added in unread mail icons on the character selection screen. So you can see who has mail, who it's from, at least if it's from a single person. I don't know if it shows you who all of your mail is from, if it's from multiple people, but they at least show you one person that it's from. And I love that so much, because then it's like, oh hey, I forgot that I sent stuff to this person to post to Auction House. Oh look, my auctions are back. Like, that is just so lovely. And I am so happy. Apparently they had it there before and took it away, because it said, I saw one article saying that they brought it back, and I'm like, why would you have ever taken this away? If it was there before, I don't remember it being there before. I don't remember it ever being there. It may have been, but I just didn't have any mail to pick up, so I never noticed it. But it's like, if you see these popular add-ons, maybe try to do something similar to the add-ons. I am suddenly so cold and I don't know why. I'm like freezing. My one arm is like ice all of a sudden. And it wasn't a minute ago. That is crazy. It's got like the goosebumps. We're under a freeze watch, you guys. A freeze watch. And I know that's not a big deal for some people. They're like, yeah, it's the beginning of November. But it's kind of early for us to start getting these freeze watches, to be perfectly honest. Oh, we dunged. We dingled. We dingled. And they want us to fly. I can't talk to the trainer, so that's kind of pointless. We're gonna abandon that. It's probably gonna give it to us again when we go to log in again. You were making some kind of movements there. My Death Knight wasn't. The Demon Hunter wasn't either. Alright. So let's fly you back. I feel like the heat was on and it got turned off. Which is crazy, because my space heater wasn't on. Holy crap, what's the temperature out anyway? It's currently 50. But I am fucking frozen. Well, I'm glad we got our turkey today because the Springdale Meat Market is worried about the turkey supply ahead of Thanksgiving. Cattle are loose near Ozark after a livestock trailer overturned on I-40. That's not good. And a grand jury indicted an Arkansas man in a $100 million COVID-19 fraud scheme. Alright then. Sure. Okay. Let's go ahead and crop our screenshot. Rawr! I hit level 40. 30, excuse me, 30. I'm jumping the gun. Wow, challenges. Bloodthirsty Soul Survivor. Did I spell that right? I'm always thinking I've spelled that wrong. As well as words that doesn't look right. We are a bear druid. Things level 30. We're looking at a slash played of 2 days. 8 hours. 27 minutes. And 57 seconds. That's not how you spell that. Total kills are gonna be up to this point in time in this one's leveling history, 4,028. And remember, she was a level squish child, so her kills are probably going to be a little bit more than, say, like our mage's was, who was not a level squish character. Alright, so we will send that along. Alright, so somebody is having a chatty chat over there. Alright, so we have repaired. We don't have a whole lot to offer her. Got a couple things. So 93 gold on the vendor trash. That's worth a gold, and that's under a gold, which is kind of funny because you would think weapons are usually worth more. So almost 2 gold on the 2 greens. Alright, we'll tuck you back up in the inn so you can have a nice little nap. Okay, now let's grab the monk to round out our bloodthirsty. Oh no, we're not quite done with the bloodthirsty. Well, he's gonna round out our leveling. We still have some bloodthirsty-ish things to do. Okay, now, this one. Alright, I don't see any majorly concerning things going on in the bag here, so let's start to put the gear on. Boots. Pants. Would be nice to get new pants. Got a belt. New gloves are probably also in order. Wrist. Looks like a shoulder, doesn't it? Weapons fine. Shirt. Cape. We could use a shoulder upgrade. Neck. And our hattie hat. We did pick up 1 green so far that we could not use this level. We did replace bracers and boots this past time out, and she has had, you know, a better vendor trash level than others. So she picked up 3 bushy tails and a set of antlers. So not incredible, but you know what? It's still better than some of the other guys so far. And we're not quite done yet. We still have a couple of bars to go here. Alright. So let's head on out and do the things and the stuffs. Oh, hello. Can I help you? Are you away? I can't remember if that means they're away or if they're just on a different server. I think that means they're away. The little asterisks. Okay. So we're getting about 460 XP rested on this one right now. We are level 43. Attempting to get level 44. And I strongly emphasize attempting because Monk has not been a class that I have had good luck with. Granted, some of that might have just been poor decision making at other times, but we'll see how things go. I'm actually really nervous for her when she does make it into Shadowlands, because I feel like she's gonna get her ass handed to her. But we'll see. Okay, that's a gun. That doesn't really help us at all. In the slightest. Alright. Definitely have to make sure that I keep my heals up on this one. She is a squishy nugget. Most definitely. A very, very squishy nugget. And it just seems like every level she gets squishier and squishier. So I'm hoping to not have to go get gear before we get the heck out of here, but at the same time, I may not have a choice. In the matter. Alright. You know what, let me grab you next, because I'd rather use Touch of Death on you. Because you have that icky dot. Well, I mean, it's tolerable. We've dealt with it before. Oh, it got super dark out here all of a sudden. And it started to rain. I have had enough rain to last me days, I swear. I mean, we needed the rain though. But I just feel so soggy and damp. After like 3 days of rain, off and on, that just be nice to dry out for a little bit. We've caught a whole bunch of mice in the past couple of days. Like, I think we were up to like 4 or 5. Although 2 of those, to be fair, the cats caught. I think it was 2 of them. Ed caught one that was alive that we dealt with, and Little was playing with a dead one. My mom got up like 5:30 in the morning the other morning and saw her batting around a dead one. I'm like, did she kill that? Because we got her when she was so little. I don't think anybody taught her how to hunt. And but she's been hunting all kinds of crickets and spiders in the house and everything. She's become quite my little bug protector. She's like, I got you, moms. She's also my bathroom guardian. Whenever I go in to go to the bathroom, she like beelines it to the door and tries to jump up the door and then meows outside of it. And then when I go to let her in, she just stands there and rubs her head on the edge of the door. I'm like, are you coming in or not? And she'll start to walk away, so I'll start to close the door, and then she comes back and meows at the door again and finally comes in. It's a whole thing with her. It's a whole process. We've got to kind of get her warmed up to the idea of coming in, and I don't make her come in. It's like, she's like, yeah, no, yeah, no. And then she's like, okay, I want pets. I'm like, alright. You're a strange one. But it's kind of funny, too, because, my Zoe, she loved to go into the bathroom.
I'm out of range.
She was a funny one. But, I didn't tell Russell I was working on teaching Little this one thing. So we keep the cat food in a, specific, basically a specific kitchen trash can, because Peanut keeps, ripping open the bags of cat food if we leave them somewhere where he can access the sides. So we've had to put the bag inside. You know, we had bought a trash can for it. It's not like it used to be for trash. We bought it specifically for this purpose because it was tall enough. And we couldn't afford the actual animal food containers because they're expensive. So, I mean, this served the purpose. So when what is happening? Swords, you didn't need to raid. Thank you. Appreciate that, buddy. Hi, Zortz's viewers. I know this isn't the exciting content that you get from Zortz's channel, but hi, welcome. It's nice to see you. We're not doing art today, we're doing WoW. I should have been doing art because I really need to get that project wrapped up, but hello and welcome. It's nice to see you all. Oh, sir, thank you. Thank you for the resub. I've got to get, I've got the free follower emote. We've got to work on that.
I need to get closer.
Russell's been busy though. He's working on some stuff for Lita. And that stuff's more time sensitive than my free emote, so we'll get it done eventually. We still have to figure out what we want it to be. I was thinking George the Aloe Plant, but not many people are gonna understand George the Aloe Plant, so maybe we'll put George the Aloe Plant in a different tier, and we'll move the Lurky Pinky up to the free one. We could do that. And rotate Happy Pinky into tier 1. That's possible. We could do that. I'm okay. I'm cold, and I'm actually don't have a fucking migraine, so I guess I'm pretty damn good if we look at it from that aspect. I'm just so happy not to have a migraine. 4 days, guys. Off and on. 4 days. I wanted to cry so bad. But that would have just made it worse. Oh. So I'm one of those people that also gets a headache when they cry, so it's like, yeah, no. But damn, that round of migraine did not want to let go. Finally did, though. But we're doing okay. The cats are catching mice. The traps are catching mice. We're doing okay. We're not fantabulous, but we're doing okay. We've got a lawyer that's willing to represent us. And we're working on getting all of their requested, I'm stuck in a tree. We're working on getting all of their requested information together. Your mom dropped that thing off, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, forms have to get dropped off at different doctors. And they have to get picked up. So, we're in a holding pattern. Mother-in-law is here through Friday, I think, or she's leaving Friday, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. It seems to change on the daily. And I'm getting into busy time of the year. I've got Christmas gifts that need to get started on. I actually really need to go and relist those magnets in the shop because I keep saying that. I'm gonna list them at a reduced price, but I keep forgetting to. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're hanging in there. How's Zort's today? I'm freezing my butt off. For some reason, I don't know why it suddenly felt cold in here, but it did. I was warm and now I'm not. How is Zort's and Zort's viewers? Like, I had to break out the fuzzy pants, so it's definitely gotten chilly. I can't sleep in pants. I sleep in shorts, but I had to put the fuzzy pants on when I got up because it was pretty cold in here. Been working on making sure that Momo doesn't get too cold since he can't get up on the bed and get under the blankets right now. But he has his own blankie and he definitely burrows into it. And I know that blanket's very warm because it used to be my blanket that he demanded and kept pulling into his dog bed whenever it was on the big bed, so dog stole my blanket. And I really need to wash it, but every time I want to take it away from him to go wash it, I feel so damn guilty because he doesn't really have anything else in his dog bed. And he can't really get up on the big bed to get under the comforters, so I'm like, alright, I guess you can have your smelly blankie. We'll take it from you today. We probably should have washed that before. Oh, but yeah, Russell didn't know I was teaching, Little to jump up, on the chair that their cat food is on so the dogs can't get to it. And I was making her, not making her, but I was trying to get her to let me, headbutt her before I put her food in the dish and to get kisses so I could teach her to have some kind of interaction with us. So I was working on that and it kind of works sometimes, and Russell didn't know I'd been trying to work on that with her, and he goes, the damnedest thing happened. He goes, Little needed food. He goes, and I went to feed her, and then she's like standing there, and then she's like rubbing her head on my face, and I was like, oh yeah, I've been teaching her that. He goes, you have? I was like, yeah. Because I don't have that much interaction with her during the day, because she's usually asleep or hiding somewhere. And she's definitely been hiding from the mother-in-law. She wants nothing to do with her whatsoever. She's like slunk low to the ground and like jumping from shadow to shadow to avoid her, or just hiding under Russell's desk. It's so funny. But she'll come out when the mother-in-law's gone to bed. But yeah, cats are catching mice. We think we figured out how some of them were getting in and out. And when we removed that potential travel avenue, we started catching more and they started coming down to investigate the traps. So we think we were onto something. We got a big one yesterday, and it had been quiet since we had gotten the big one, so I was like, oh, maybe we're done now. Maybe we finally got them all. And then like 4 o'clock this morning we heard somebody traveling up this one section of the wall to get up into the attic, and I'm like, god damn it. So obviously someone is still around. But they haven't been down towards where we have a camera set up, so we haven't been able to see how many have been up there. Which is rather infuriating. So we have no idea. And there's so much fluffy insulation blown all over the place up there, we can't... Oh, another pair of trophy antlers. Nice. We can't really see that end of the attic. Russell might have to get up there at some point, but there's no floor, so we're really hesitant to do so. Because we can't see the floor and we can't see the wiring and shit, and, you know, we don't want any stupid accidents to happen. But, yeah. We dinged. 44. So what's that? 6 more levels until Shadowlands for this one? Roughly. Can we do that? Kinda. Alright. That's good enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and hearth. And we'll get our slash plate. Oh crap. Okay. So after this we're gonna do a mall skip test in on a live Bloodthirsty. I only tested on a trial class last night. So I couldn't really see the full effects on the website, although the tracker is not fully working right now. You can't add characters. Existing characters can be updated, but nobody's max level runs are going to get celebrated right now until we can get the issue that was brought to our attention with the tracker resolved. I don't know how long that's going to take. I have not been told an ETA. I'm not sure if the code team has had the chance to look at it yet, so keep that in mind. Wild challenges. Bloodthirsty. Soul Fist. So I hope Zortz is doing okay today. I think he had to go into lurker mode. Wild challenges. Bloodthirsty. Soul Fist. Mistweaver. Sorry, the dyslexia has been hitting me hard lately. Or I've just given up fighting with it. I don't know. One of those. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's okay. That's good. Are you still having your mice troubles? Did you ever get a cat? I haven't made it to a bunch of your streams lately because we're either streaming at the same time or shit's going sideways and I've had to go deal with it. Wild challenges, Bloodthirsty, Soul Fist, Mistweaver Monk, Dings, level... What did we say? 44? Yes, 44. You haven't seen any evidence of a mouse in a while? Well, that's good. I wish we'd stop seeing or hearing evidence of mice. We have to get outside and do some yard work and get some of the jungle that's near the back of the house cut down, but we're waiting for things to freeze and die off, and then we found out about a program that you can sign up for where they will deliver like woodworking companies or whatever will deliver a bunch of sawdust or like mulch wood chip leftover. Wow, you're very loud. Could you not, Mr. Carr? Thank you. Or they'll deliver like sawdust or wood chippy mulchy thingies that they can't use for free. So we're gonna try to sign up for that once we get that one area cleaned up. and hopefully we get some and we can just kind of drop it in that one area, and hopefully a lot of the ground stuff will die back there, so that we don't have to keep fighting with it every summer. It just explodes into a jungle. 47 minutes and 14 seconds, but parents are all still marginally okay and all that. Oh shit, what day? Oh no, that's Friday. Okay. I'm having trouble keeping track of my days, and there's a free e-waste drop-off that we need to do on Friday. Because we have some old computers we need to get rid of. I think Russell's already pulled the hard drives out of them, but we don't know what to do with the shells. And if we take them to the dump, then we have to pay like $5 an item, and we don't want to pay that. So we'll just do the free e-waste drop-off, since they're having one come up. We still haven't done our free yearly bulk trash pickup. Russell was debating whether or not it was worth it. We could just find $10 and just load up the trailer and take a trailer full up there on our time instead of having to drag it out, because every weekend we were thinking about trying to sign up to do it. It was gonna rain the night before when we had to drag everything out, and we didn't feel like dealing with that in the fucking rain, so I don't know. We have to see. We have to see. Right now, all of our things and stuff are just trying to focus on getting, trying to get his disability claim approved. And, you know, we'll see what happens. We were told how much it's going to cost us. Oh, alright, well that's fine. We're just going to do everything together then.
Appreciate your
So 221 altogether. So not too shabby. Alright, let me tuck you back up into the inn for your nap time. Okay. So that was all of the planned leveling on the Bloods that we were going to do. Now we're going to come back to Soul Snuggles. We're going to put her clothes on. Yeah, Russell's working on a couple things for Lita, and they look so cute. 'Cause I know what they're for. Because we've also been brainstorming back and forth, bouncing off of each other about the things and stuff for it. Sorry, I got put off by those pants. I'm like, I don't remember wearing those pants. I mean, they kind of match my skin color, but I don't remember this. I'm not sure where the transmog link is. Unless it only shows up on level 60s. That could be possible. Alright. So we're gonna do the mall skip on this one. Well, this is a live challenger. It's the one that we benched solely for this. Oh, fuck me. Really? Alright, I guess we'll have to go to War Beast Scroll. This is gonna take a minute. Because I didn't get the Move the Darlaran Hearthstone on this one. Oh, so, by the way, this patch brought in new Flight Path toys, you guys. That's exciting. So apparently the Flight Path toys for the expansions from Outlands and Up give you all of the potential flight points that your character could access, not just a couple of them. That's exciting. we need to... I don't have the portals open, so we need to go to... At least I don't think they're open. Can I fly here? Yes. Okay. I wasn't sure if I knew how to fly here for a second. Port of Zandalar, yep. That's where we want to go. I'm kind of staying close to the ground in case I hit an area that's going to dismount me. I've not done much flying out here. But, yeah, so these new flight path toys, those sound really exciting, especially for your challengers that may not know every flight point, your alts. So that's going to make it a lot easier to get around. They are sold from the heirloom vendor. However, they are a little expensive. I think they're expensive. Maybe I'm just a cheapskate. That's entirely possible. They are 10,000 gold a piece. So I think that's about what the previous ones had run. I think we'll just try to take the boat because I feel like we're closer to the boat. And I don't think those portals are open. They could potentially be, but I doubt it, because we didn't do the quest to open them. Like, I know they're not open on... Well, I don't know. Do they open at 50, or do you still have to do the quest? That's a good question. I don't know. Good God, that scared the shit out of me. Holy crap. Could you not? Oh my God. That was terrifying. Like, I did not see it materialize on the edge of my screen. I only saw it when it was, like, in my face. Oh my goodness. But my depth perception is bad. So when things come flying at my face, I get extra upset because it's, like, extra close. Alright, we're just gonna take the boat back to Orgrimmar. Now I've only done this on the Alliance side for the Skippy thing. So I don't remember where we have to go on the Horde side. Gromash Hold. Okay. Ah, yes. High Lord Bolvar Fordragon. The one that doesn't care what faction you're a part of. Just that you show up right fucking now and help him. I'm trying to figure out what the hell we're gonna do for my dad for Christmas. I had one idea, and then I was doubting my capabilities, and then... Well, not really my capabilities, I was just doubting if it was good enough, I guess, of an idea. And then I had another idea, but I haven't had the chance to look to see if photos exist. Because it was... I've thought about trying to paint an image of his parents' gas station that they had for a long time. My grandparents' gas station that they ran. But this was definitely before the time of the internet, and I don't know if internet photos can be found of this location. I think there's a couple of black and white photos floating around in his photo stash. He's colorblind, so he can't tell me what colors the station actually was. And the black and white photos aren't going to help me much unless I attempt to paint it in black and white, or a sepia color. I don't know if I can pull that off. I mean, maybe. But I don't know if there's any actual photos of the station itself. I think there was a picture of the two of them with the station behind them. I don't know if any actually exist of the thing itself. I might have to ask my mom if she knows. Alright, so we have made it to Echo Island. Fancy that. When you take the boat from Borealis back to Stormwind, you end up in Hillsbrad. Which is why if you're working in BFA on the Alliance, make sure that you go and get your Darlaran Hearthstone Bloodthirsties. You are allowed to move Darlaran. You do the BFA intro skip. No, the Legion skip, excuse me. You do there I go again. You do the Legion intro skip from the dude down in the harbor, and he will put you in Darlaran, and then there's a dude that will show up in front of you that gives you the In the Blink of an Eye quest, which moves Darlaran from Northrend to Legion and gives you a Hearthstone for it. Do that. You're allowed to do that one quest, or maybe it's actually 2 quests all said and done. You're allowed to do that. It's on your allowed list as a bloodthirsty. Do that. Definitely. Because it's a real fucking pain in the ass if you try to take the boat back to Stormwind for something and you wind up in Hillsbrad, which is basically a horde zone. Then you have to try to navigate your way usually up to Chillwind. Definitely Chillwind if you're 50, because you can't go into Arathi because it's PvP contested. Because that changeover happens at 50. So things get complicated real quick. It's just easier to have an extra Darlaran Hearthstone on you. I didn't do that on this one, and wish I had, because it's taking more time to get back to Orgrimmar. But, you know, we'll see how this goes. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be actively leveling this one yet. I just wanted to use her for the mall skip. I'll get back to her eventually. But right now, since she's a duplicate class, I really want to focus on getting the other classes leveled that we haven't gotten one to max on yet. So that's going to end up being the primary focus for right now. But we will come back to her eventually. Now, I will say this. I do have mixed feelings about this mall skip for Bloodthirsties. And it's probably not what you think. So, it's good. I'm not paying that. I don't have that much gold on me anyway. It's good for some reasons, and I'm so sick of Bastion, it's bad for others. So, it's good because it does get you... Just making sure that we can fly before I jump off this cliff. It does get you around having to do the escort in the mall, which can always be a bit treacherous. And, a bit dangerous. Oh, you're right here.
Champion, preparations have been made.
I don't want to fly right now.
Will tell you of the grim fate that has befallen our
However, skipping that, you still have to do... I mean, it's only skipping the mall portion of these Shadowland intro quests. You will still have to do the Oribos section of quests. Now, for the Bloods that are diehard Bloods that don't want a single quest done, I understand that doing all of those quests feels funny. It does feel funny to me also, although I've just learned to accept it for this expansion. However, those mall quests do give you a good chunk of XP. So usually by time you would get everything done and turned in and show up in Oribos and do the Oribos stuff and go into Bastion, you'd hit 51. You're still gonna be 50 if you choose to wait to 50 to go into Shadowlands when you do the mall skip. So, I mean, even though you do have to do a few quests to get into Oribos on a Bloodthirsty still, you're not gonna have that level of 50 to 51 eaten up by the quest. You are going to have to grind that out. And I'm so tired of being in Bastion. It's a slog. I'm not gonna lie. It does get pretty sloggy out there. The first couple levels usually aren't too bad, but the longer it goes, the more XP you need, and then you hit a stint where you, of 1 to 2 levels, where you have to kill green mobs. It does drag a bit, so I'm just, I'm thinking another full level out there, or at least 2/3 of a level is gonna be tough mentally to get through. But that's a me thing. And just because you're taking the mall skip doesn't mean that you can take Threads of Fate on the Bloodthirsty. The Threads of Fate quest will pop up, but you cannot take the Threads option. You have to take the storyline option. You take the Threads option, you're going to get 300 plus quest credit, and you're going to get flagged. So it's very important that you're paying attention to what you're doing. And you can't take the Threads option accidentally because it makes you type in a word in a chat block. Or in a chat prompt to understand what you're doing. So, you can't be like, oh, I hit it accidentally, remove my flag. No, you had to type a word in, and I'm going to show you that. So, you knew what you were doing. And sorry, but, that's not something that's going to get flipped. So, to take the mall skip, you have to have had someone that has completed the mall. And if this is your first time logging in since you've done that, since the patch, you may have to log in onto that character that has completed them all first in order for the skip to show up. So, Tell Me What Happened is the thing that takes you into Ice Crown and starts the whole quest with the helmet and everything. This one just drops your ass in Oribos. Now, supposedly, there is a small window of opportunity where if you've already started the mall, you can still bounce out and take this skip. But it seems like it has to be after the Flight from Darkness quest, which is the escort with Jaina, but before you leave your base camp of the cave that she takes you to. So it seems to be like a small window right in there where you can talk to Jaina and she'll bump you out and into Oribos, but it's before you leave the cave. So keep that in mind. If you're already past leaving the cave, then you have to finish off the level.
No matter the cost.
So we're going to do the skip, the blah blah blah. I've heard this all before. And she's going to load into Oribos eventually. Now do be careful if you've never been in Oribos before. I mean, you would have had to have at least completed them all. But if it's been a while since you've been there, don't fall off the edges. I mean, well, yeah, you would have had to have been there at least once before. That's right. So, but just remember, so you're going to get the achievement for Into the Mall. And I don't know why I'm hovering over the ground. But I am for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay. Close that. So, you're kind of frozen in time. That's what this is. You can't do anything. You can't move. You are forced to talk to Rotal, if that's how you pronounce it.
What do you see?
So this is the Threads of Fate quest. You have to do the quest in order to move. So you're going to accept the quest. This is just asking you to choose your path, okay?
Trust in the
Now,
arbiter.
After you do this, he tells you, that the two paths are at hand. And this is where you make your choice. So you have to click, I am ready to choose.
Order shall
And this is
be
what pops up.
restored.
Replay storyline or the Threads of Fate. Now, even though the quest is called Threads of Fate, you cannot take the Threads of Fate option as a Bloodthirsty. You must take Replay the storyline. Irons, Pacifists, everybody else. Those doing Green Man, Working Man, Tin Man, even though we're not tracking them at the moment, you all can take threads. You're going to need to take threads because the storyline is not going to be something that you're going to be able to survive through. You might be able to blah 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 blah. You might be able to survive through part of it in Bastion, but you're going to hit a point maybe around 53 or 54 where it's going to get really dicey. And then the intro into Maldraxxus, which you are forced to play through in storyline, for those that are questing, puts you into the Theater of Pain, and it's basically... It's quite a free-for-all arena area. You're not PvP flagged, but there's mobs everywhere, and you have to fight an elite at the end. It's not wise to do this on a questing challenger. I mean the storyline on a questing challenger. The questing challengers, you're gonna want to take threats. Blood solo, blood team, you're gonna need to redo the storyline because you're only gonna go as far as Seek the Ascended, I believe is the quest. I'll take you into Ouroboros from here. I mean into Bastion from here. But once you get your feet in Bastion, that's it. You're done. You can't quest anymore. You're stuck there. It is doable in Bastion to get to 60. But you're stuck there. You cannot do this as a blood. Pacifists, you want to take this option. For those that have not come out here yet on their Pacifist or any of their challengers. Threads on everybody but bloods. Bloods, solo, blood team, storyline. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You're going to get credit for like 24, 25 quests. And those are the mall quests that were already on your allowed list. Okay. So right now I'm sitting at 57 quests. So let's go ahead and turn this in.
Reveals our way. An agent of the Maw is attacking Ouroboros. Defend the Arbiter.
Now it's given me the quest for Stranger in an Even Stranger Land. That is part of your allowed quest set already. So if you hadn't done the mall skip, this is already in your list. You're fine. So we said we were at 57 quests. And now we're at 81. Let me pull up my calculator. 81, 57. So 24. So that one was 24 quests. I did a trial class last night where it came up with 25 quests. I'm not sure why that one had an extra quest on it. But, you know, you should be fine. Maybe because it was a trial class. But, so after you do the mall skip on a Bloodthirsty, you're going to pick up with Stranger in an Even Stranger Land, and you're going to have to accept that. And, then you are going to be doing the mall stuff. Or not the mall stuff, the Ouroboros stuff, excuse me, I misspoke. We're going to be doing all of this. The phone's going to ring there for a minute. Sorry, husband's not in the room to mute it, and it's across the room. So we're just going to have to deal with that ringing. But, oh, somebody answered it. It was probably for my dad. Anyway. Alright. So then you're going to come into here. You alright? What's wrong?
As if reacting to some change.
Oh, it sounded like you were rummaging. Okay.
What can it mean?
So you're gonna have to go through all of this. It's kind of long-winded. You kind of have to deal with them bickering back and forth. And it's like, hi, I'm a guest here. Is this really the image you want to portray to a guest?
Another unexpected development. We shall see to their reception.
Alright, blah blah blah. I mean, you can kind of push it through a little bit faster if you don't care about the quest text.
The Eternal City must
Every attendant
But
in
there's
Oribos
also some
is
cutscenes
taught
shoved in
that the
here.
law is
I mean, you
unbreachable, that
you can exit out of them to kind of speed it up.
Wondrous news, honored voice. Hear the words.
And we still have to listen to these people.
There was a disturbance at the boundary of the moor. Then this mortal
Blah blah
appeared,
blah.
claiming to have broken free of it.
A living mortal? Surely their presence here serves the purpose. If the Arbiter reacted to their
I know
arrival,
I'm very just want to push
perhaps
through this,
they
but this
are
is
the
like
key
the
to waking her.
10th time I've had to hear this, so I'm like,
of such
can
an
we
audience,
move
they
this
may
along?
prove to be an agent
Because we've
of
taken the
jailer.
Disc Priest,
It is the Arbiter's
the
place
Paladin,
to
the
judge
Warlock,
souls,
the
Ashe,
Hunter, the Mage,
not ours. I will
the Rogue.
bring this mortal before her. With her
I feel like there
voice
should be someone else in
have
there,
I
but I can't
spoken.
remember. There might not be.
Blessed be
Speak,
her voice.
mortal.
I mean, you get a little bit of money from this,
With her voice.
and now we
have
have
I
to come up.
spoken.
They're gonna take
I
us up
pray the
to.
Arbiter will awaken in
Are they
your
taking us, or do we have to
presence,
follow them?
mortal.
They take us. So we do this.
Trust in the purpose. She is
We have to listen
unchanged,
to this dude.
ever silent, ever still. When you arrived in Oribos, I saw the Arbiter stir for the first time in many cycles. It gave me hope that she would awaken and resume her blessed purpose. Mere words cannot describe the
Plus, I had to go
glory
through this in
that was.
testing too, so I'm like,
Step forward, that I may show you.
you may show me. You may show me what? Okay, so then we're gonna do another cutscene. I don't want to watch the cutscene again. I'm just trying to get through this so we can get on to other stuff.
Every
Just
soul
giving you
has
an
its
idea of what
place.
you have to get through, because we've done this before. There are other streams archived on the YouTube channel
Trust the
where
purpose.
we have done this, playing through it. There's a lot of cutscenes that I don't quite feel are 100% necessary here, but I guess we had to give Bolvar some kind of entrance.
More outsiders. What have you done, mortal?
What have you done?
I am Bolvar Ford.
Oh,
These knights and I are here to help.
The touch of
you're
the
very
law is
imposing
upon
looking. It's hard
this
to
who
understand that
will.
you're here to help Bolvar.
But if they found a way to break free of its influence,
Oh my goodness.
perhaps they can aid us.
So then you have to go and talk to this one,
We all have a duty to fulfill.
and then you have to establish your portals. Be very careful when you're doing the establishing the portals quest,
To the realm of the living.
because where they put the portals is kind
Oribos
of
is crowded
in
enough
a
with so many brokers arriving every day.
diamond shape, and
Now, Carshare, be hospitable.
it's possible to misstep off the
I
edge out
suggest
here.
establishing your portals
See where
you
the
first
skeletons
arrive.
are that are steaming? That's where the
outside
portals
the
end
city.
up. And you know, there's gaps here, so be careful. I still haven't figured out why we keep talking to the Horde Ebon Blade person.
Countless portals in my lifetime.
Even the Alliance has
Never
to.
one that connected two
So
planes of reality.
I don't know why.
Death was the end of existence.
I would have thought that the Alliance players would have had to talk to the Alliance
Death
Ebon
is a
Blade
power
person,
that offers new beginnings.
but I don't know. It's just weird that both factions talk to the orc guy. And that Tauren looks like it's part of its mount. I don't know why that person was spinning. Also, if you're on here, a pacifist out here, just be careful. I don't think anybody's doing anything silly that's gonna get you a proc skill, but I get nervous on my Pacifist when I'm around too many people.
Trust the purpose.
Alright, then they make you do your Tour the City quest. The only good thing about this Tour the City quest, the only good thing, is that you don't have to follow an elemental around at a snail's pace like you did in Chatrath. You can kind of move at your own pace out here. You can't really mount in the rings though. You can mount outside of the ring, like outside, and you can mount on like on that side of this ring, but this counts as indoors. So you can't even like speed it up to mount in here. Then you have to go to the bank. I guess it's good to know where the bank is. Where's my person? Person?
Greetings, mortal.
Hiding around the corner there. Alright, that's done. And this doesn't connect to the inn, so you have to bounce out and bounce back in. And you can't fly in Oribos. So don't make that mistake. Now this is where it gets a little confusing, or it can get confusing, because you talked to this dude when you first arrived and told him you wanted to take the storyline. He shows with a quest above him. That is not for the internal city quest. That is to pick the Threads of Fate option quest line. He will remain like that in case you quote unquote change your mind, but since you're on a bloodthirsty, you can't change your mind. So so you don't want to do that. You want to ask, what is this place? And then that will tick it off on your list for the Eternal City quest. I didn't realize there was a mailbox out here. I only thought there was the one over here where everybody's sitting at. So there's a second mailbox option for you in case the one over here is too crowded. Next to the jittering brontosaur. I don't know why it's jittering. Is there more than one here? Why are you jittering, friend? What are you doing? I don't know. Is their name really Rideable? That's kind of creepy. The names I see. Alright then. Bizarre. Okay. So I'm gonna duck back out here, mount for the 10 feet I need to go, because I really just want to speed this up, because we still have to go upstairs and open the gateway. It's not too many, well done.
And when she
Did you just hit 60, friend?
The sky above the citadel shadow, the spire of an immense tower appeared.
Speak to Tal Lenore.
I speak, for if the Maul's influence bleeds into your realm,
There's not too many of the Oribos side quests.
will be broken.
Not like there are for the Maul. The Maul's got a lot. Hey, Mrs. Rockguru. How are you? We're just working through the Maul skip. I already talked to you.
Tell me, how
I
did
clicked
these
the thing. The
allies
window
from your
closed.
world become trapped in the Maul?
Did I jump the gun too much on it? Is that why it didn't count? So Maul skips should be good for all the challengers. We haven't seen anything that's looking funny. Pacifist should be able to take it. Just remember, use caution on your Pacifist, because Shadowlands is dangerous. It's not all sunshine and roses. There are things that could be a problem. So
untainted by the Maul.
don't forget, if you're on your Pacifist, you're going to want to train your professions before you leave Oribos. We just walked through the one wing where all of the profession trainers are. You may or may not want to set your Hearthstone to Oribos. That's up to you. And don't forget to grab the flight point upstairs before you fly out. When you take threads, you are given a couple of flight points. But just make sure that you do have the Oribos one. Or else it will take quite a while to get back here.
With her voice,
Oh, the bickering.
have I spoken.
The bickering. Can we just open the gateway, please? You have to wait for him, by the way. I rushed and jumped the gun on him, and he glitched. Excuse me, I took the thing up without him, and I was standing up there waiting and waiting and waiting. I was up there almost 10 minutes, and I'm like, where the hell is he? I had to drop the quest and repick it back up. Because he wasn't showing up. He might move a little faster than that Shatrath elemental, but not by much. Come on, sir. We have other things to do today.
Here, mortal.
I wanted to get onto the
This
Pacifist.
teleporter will convey you to the ring of transference.
Yeah, so it has to check off following him to the block. And then suddenly he's up here. You can't just run ahead and take it up without him. Open the gateway to Bastion.
We have
That you have to do.
anima to spare.
I know you have
but
precious
the
little
honored
anima to spare.
voice has blessed
Could
your
you-
mission,
Could
so
you stop
we will
bitching?
Use what we have.
You don't
We
need
will
to
call
make me
down
feel
one
guilty
of
for
the
this.
soul conduits for
After
use
your
as a
leaders told
gateway
me
to Bastion.
and told
These
you
paths
to do
have been
this.
dormant for some time.
I understand you're
Your
concerned.
arrival
I
will
do.
be unexpected.
But you don't have to hammer it home, because I can't help you if we don't do this. So, buddy, you're in a bit of a spot. He shows up here, so grab that
The Arbiter sees all truths.
before you start to do your thingy, so that way you don't forget. Oh, flashy light warning. In case anybody's sensitive. It's not terrible,
What do you
but
seek,
it does happen for a moment. Alright, then we talk to this dude.
You are welcome here.
Seek the Ascended. So this is the last quest you're gonna do.
Purpose.
Right now, flashing light warning, because we're gonna be traveling through the gateway and it's got that swirling blue light. It might not be too much for some people, but I know it gives me a headache when I look at it too long, so just in case you might want to look away for a minute, I'll let you know when we have arrived in Bastion. Because this blue light that you see at the bottom swirls around the screen. So I actually try to look off the screen when it's happening. Because I had this glitch in beta where the light was circling around the screen and the wind was blowing at me, and it didn't matter where I went. I was in Darlaran in Northrend in beta and it was still circling my screen. I had to delete the character because it would not go away. I did report the glitch, but it was never resolved on that character. Alright, so then you're gonna land in Bastion.
Archon, the way is open.
You're gonna talk to Clea only to turn in this quest.
Show you the way.
And now you're done. No more
Archon's
questing.
Wisdom prevails.
In theory, I should be able to fly. Yes. Okay, that's a bit helpful. Do remember, even when you have flying on your challengers, there are hostile mobs in the air. You do have to be aware of that. So don't, like, hover somewhere and run to the bathroom or something. Make sure that you are in a safe location that you've scouted and know is safe. Because, like, see, the Larians can fly and they're hostile, and there might be some hostile Maulsworn out here in some sections. I'm not 100% certain. But there's your first in location. Make sure you grab your flight point. Get close enough to grab the flight point. And there is an innkeeper out here.
Return soon. There is much more to discover.
Alright, now I'm gonna park her here for now. And we're gonna go grab a pacifist. So let's go and grab, we can grab Gentle Soul. I was gonna grab down in front, but Gentle Soul's actually out here. Sort of. We're gonna run to Darkmoon Fair real quick too. Alright, since I can't fly in Oribos, I'm gonna put my ass on a ground mount so I don't do anything silly. Where am I? Okay, I think we need to go this way. I'm trying to get my bearings. I think... What? The motherfuck... Hold on. What the hell are people vaping for? I look outside to see what all the commotion's about, thinking there's like a loose dog or something in the streets that's about to get hit. There ain't nobody there. My neighbors that have visitors like to blow their horns constantly. It always makes me feel like there's something wrong that needs attention seen to outside. Alright, where are we? Is this not it? I feel like this should be it. No, that's the transmog person. How am I lost in Oribos? It's gotta be this section. Alright. So this is again where your professions are going to be. I learned one of them last night. This is the mining trainer. If you don't train this, you're going to be out there trying to mine, and you're going to be like, why am I not getting any points whatsoever? Here's your herbalism trainer. Most challengers do mining and herbing. I don't know if anybody takes skinning because you can't kill anything. Maybe a working man does skinning. So there's your leather working trainer, there's your skinning trainer, like everybody's all in here. Tailoring, fishing trainers right here.
I live to serve.
And I think cooking might be, yep, cooking trainers right here.
All goods and services for sale.
I don't know if you really need cooking out here. I haven't seen too many quests involving cooking. But that's just me so far. So, we are going to... How do we want to do this? I do want to go to Darkmoon Fair real quick. Because it's happening right now. And I feel like it would be silly to not. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. Do I want a hearth? Do I want to change my hearthstone? Because right now my hearthstone is Darlaran in, I think, Northrend. And there's a auction house right there. So, well, we should take that as not bloodthirsty any longer. Alright, oh, can I edit it from here? Or is... oh, cool, I can edit it from here. That's fantabulous. Pacifist. Leveling. Alright, let me... alright, good enough. Okay. Forgot to change that. So, so yeah, I think we should hit up, Darkmoon real quick. Alright, now we have to find the chick. She should be over by auction house. Sometimes there's one that wanders around. I'm not gonna do the fishing cooking here. At least not right now. I probably should, but we're gonna skip that. Where's the chick? There she is.
How are you?
I guess
See
she
you
just
later.
hadn't loaded in yet. Be very careful in your Goldshires. My Goldshire is very dangerous. Oh yeah, your graphics settings may have changed. Due to the patch, mine reset. And I don't remember what they were at before. But my graphics actually could be up higher than I have them set to. I set them lower, so I have less problems. Most of the time. But, last night I was having a hell of a time seeing when I was working on something in the mall on a regular, so I think I need to tone down something, because it was wreaking havoc with my stigmatism. I kept squinting trying to see, even though I know that wasn't going to get me anywhere. Alright, so can't do Whack-a-Knoll. You could do the cannon if you so choose. It's pretty dangerous to do so, though. I don't think I have anything for you. Do I? No, I don't. I have two. Alright, if you feel like going digging for that, you can. I don't really bother with that one. The blue dailies out here, they don't give you XP. So, I don't know if you really want to waste your time with them. I mean, they'll give you fair tokens, but you are on a challenger, so I don't know if it's worth risking mucking about with the blue dailies out here. That might just be better left for your regulars, in my personal opinion, because everything that you do on your pacifist is another chance for something to go wrong, like a proc skill to happen, or you know, something silly. People have died doing the cannon before. You know, is it worth it? Probably not, because you're not going to get XP from the cannon. You're only going to get a token or tickets or whatever it is. But I mean, that's really up for you to decide. I'm having trouble clicking these little things. I might have to replace my mouse soon. This was just a cheap mouse, and I have definitely put it through its paces.
Hello.
And it wasn't even a good cheap mouse, it was a shitty cheap mouse because they didn't have the one that I wanted. So that was a bit annoying. Come on. If I take 2 steps back, then I can loot it. Okay, that makes sense. I'm short and I'm still getting stuck on stuff. What? Oh, I was so mad last night trying to get the flying stuff done on one of my normals. I kept getting stuck on like every inanimate object possible. If there was a torch pillar, I was getting stuck on it. If there was a segment of stairs, I was getting stuck on it. If there was a little tiny bit of wall, you got it, I was getting stuck on it. I was getting so pissed off. I was like, can we just be done, please? Can we just be done? I know there's 2 flowers behind me, but I don't want to get that close to the outer wall because there are mobs on the other side somewhere. And I know there are other flowers out here in the midway that are a little bit safer to grab. Alright, we need 1 more flower. I don't know why I'm running everywhere. I have a mount. And I saved my Zephyr for this one because I know, well, it's my Pacifist. Well, I know it's my Pacifist because of my armor. I'm in the starting armor. You can't get this armor right now, apparently. They have changed the starting gear to like a yellowish cream color combination. I think it's fugly, but I'm not a fan of yellow, so apparently the set I have on now, that stuff they are going to make obtainable later. So it's just not obtainable at the moment. I'm just gonna hit levitate to fish over here because we need to do our salty sea dogs. So apparently they did not fix the Dark Moon Fair thing. So anytime from here on out that you love the canon but no value, just fun. Yeah, I mean, it's fun, Dave, on a regular character. I wouldn't risk it on a challenger. I've heard too many stories from other challengers dying from like the cannon misfiring or them misjudging where they were and the wings fell. They took the wings off when they were still over land, or their hand twitched and they clicked the drop the wings too soon. So yeah, I wouldn't do it on a challenger. It's fun. It's not bad on a regular where, you know, things don't matter. But definitely would not suggest it on one of these guys. Why do I feel cold air blowing over me? This is crazy. Do you have your fan on?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You'll be off in a minute.
Okay. You're hot?
I just got out of the shower.
Oh.
For some reason I'm off.
It could be hot in here and I'm just cold.
No, I think it's me.
Well, I mean, you do take like scalding hot showers, so. Alright, these guys do sell pretty good. What did we get in here? Nothing all that fascinating. Okay. Stuff that we're probably gonna... I think Fair says she sells that with pretty good results. on her server. I'm just gonna get rid of all that right now. Alright, so we've got our fish. You have never seen anything like that happen. You don't want to. Yeah, no, Stirs had, Stirs accidentally had, he either dropped to the wings too soon, or, I think I vaguely remember him talking about a cannon misfire. And, his challenger died or something. Oh look, another Zephyra! These were recruiter friend mounts. From one of the few times that Russell and I had disposable income and we recruiter friended each other on separate accounts to get them.
And you,
The days of disposable income, that will never happen again. And if it does ever happen again, it will be spent towards something else.
something special.
Like art supplies.
We shall meet again.
Alright, let's throw our frogs in the pot. But yeah, so the Pacifist should be able to get out there without issue, and we're gonna head out there in just a second after we finish our Dark Moon profession quests. Oh look, that gave us Shadowlands cooking. Oh, that's neat. Alright, so let's mount up. Can you believe I cannot get rid of these pets from archaeology? They won't sell. I mean, I kind of want to keep that because I don't have that one. But I was like, oh, big money, and it wouldn't fucking sell. Oh, how do I want to get back? Alright, so we're gonna have to fly up to Stormwind. Okay, it's not too chaotic here at the moment, but this is where all of the dueling PvPers like to
Have a good one.
hang out on my server. We've got a few things to sell. It's mostly stuff that wouldn't sell for me way back when. Oh hey, I've got a battle stone. Instantly upgrade any. Oh, we could upgrade Whiskers. We could upgrade Whiskers and then try to sell them. Can you say level 55? Oh, nice. Now this is your do anything personal challenge, right? Because I know you had said something about doing a an anything goes your own version. Okay, cool. Nice, nice. Very well done. Alright, let's get our butt up here. I stayed mounted a lot longer than I thought I was going to. Coming up that that spiral there. Alright, Orbos. I'm gonna go this way. I always turn to the wrong direction. Most of the time. Alright. I think we're gonna have to put the space heater on for a minute. I am frozen. I don't know why I am frozen, but I am very frozen. Alright, so we need to be on a ground mount at the moment. Because we cannot fly out here. Alright, I'm just gonna close that because that's distracting. Alright, we're gonna pop up stairs. Okay, so I've been thinking about where I want to go. And was I like actually right next to a flight person? probably. Because I wasn't sure.
Welcome
But
to the Eternal City.
I mean, I've seen all kinds of stuff to mine and herb here, but you get that debuff put on you in certain parts out in Revendreth. Maldraxxus has all kinds of hot messness happening. I think to get our feet in the water, I think I'm gonna head into Hero's Rest in Bastion, even though I'm so sick of this zone. I kind of have an idea of where nodes are. What the fuck am I reading? Oh, flashy light warning incoming. Where is Zulf headed next? To stop Todd from releasing the new Skyrim? What? I don't know what these people are talking about. I haven't been paying attention to endgame stuff. And you don't even feel bad about it? Well, don't feel bad. I mean, you've got to start somewhere, right? I mean, everything's a new personal best without dying. So, you know, baby steps. See, we've got some nodes out here. Oh, so this is very important. I talked about it earlier in the stream, but I don't think anybody was here for it. There apparently, now I didn't know this because I don't do much endgame stuff. There's apparently certain sections in each of the 4 zones out here that when you go through them, you are flagged for PvP free-for-all. Okay? Fair found this out on her Pacifist. Was it her Pacifist or was it a normal? I feel like it was a Pacifist, but I could be wrong. When she was doing something out in Ardenweald, either late last night or early this morning. She had no idea about it. I had no idea about it. It's not going to show up on this map because I don't have this explored, but Zaya was saying it's apparently kind of north of Heart of the Forest, on like the edge of the zone. I don't think that's it. It could be. I forget what they called it. They have it posted in general in Discord, and I messaged Fair asking if she could add that to the show notes so we can talk about it on Saturday. And I'm gonna see if I can look up and find the names of the other sections in the other zones, so that we know. Aw, I had that on a different hunter. I named him Gummy. I don't know why I named him Gummy, but I did. I guess because he was spectral, and I'm like, he can't really bite. Okay. This one should, in theory, be okay. Alright, there's our first ore node in Bastion. And oh, that was a lovely feeling 1900 XP. I'm just trying to make sure nobody's killing anything around me, because I don't want to get a proc kill. That would be terrible. Alright, and do remember that sometimes there's stuff underground. Try not to fly too high either, because I don't want to incur the wrath of any of the flying critters out here, because that would not do us any favors whatsoever. Alright, I'm pretty sure I've seen some nodes down here before. I mean, there is one that's kind of out in the water. Where is it? There it is. I don't know what that's about. They're killing stuff. Wait. Is that the one that's been a burr in our butt from time to time? Yes, it is. Alright, so we're gonna get away from them. Well, it's nice to see they're still out here leather farming. It's been a few weeks since we've been out here in Bastion, because we haven't had any 50s to work on out here currently, because I was sitting on that 150 for testing. So you do need to be mindful of those out here farming that you could potentially get a prox kill from. And now I'm gonna be super paranoid. Okay, we're fine there. Alright, we can grab this. So yeah, it's not super fast leveling, but for me it beats doing archaeology. I got so tired of doing arc, and it was so nerve-wracking doing it at times, because like I didn't know what was gonna happen in the certain areas where I had dig sites. Where is that? Some of these spots, oh there it is. Do be careful, because some areas out here do have stealthy foxes in them. So you just want to make sure you have a way to escape. Or you might just want to avoid certain areas. I'm not 100% sure where these stealthy foxes are. They might be in this section, but I only ever ran into them once. And they made me a bit gun shy. That's a flying Larian. We want to be careful there. So, be careful when you're flying over this area where that 3-person quest is. 'Cause I don't know if you can potentially get tagged with anything flying above it.
I need to get closer.
Just remember, we are just a wee little guy. And I'm gonna grab the flight point out here while we can. Alright, so while you can run on the ground, I would definitely be on a flying mount if you have flying out here, just so you can pop up if you need to perform evasive maneuvers quickly to get away from something. Aw, balls. See, there's somebody working on that quest now as it is. Alright, that's a vendory thing. I guess we'll leave that all up there because we can't really smelt this stuff. You sell it as it is. Okay, now this is an area that I've seen ore nodes pop up pretty frequently in when I've been fishing. However, I've also seen people mass pulling over here, so you definitely want to be careful. But yeah, it feels good to be out here finally. I don't know if I can Okay. Remember to be situationally aware out here. Very much so. Oh, we're in a loop now where everything's kinda... Oh. So that just got... Oh, damn it! Yeah, we're in a respawn loop where everything that was up is now disappearing. That is so frustrating. I've seen it happen in other zones too, not just out here. Like, I really want that Nightshade or Death Blossom, but I don't know if there's a fox over there. So I'm gonna let that one go. I mean, it's probably fine, but I'm just extra paranoid. What's this? What is this? Oh, you're a potential problem for me. Alright. Like I said, you know, there's all kinds of shit flying all over the place. So while flying helps, it's not gonna keep you 100% safe. Now, will we get a full level today? Probably not, just because of personal time constraints. But you know, just giving you guys a feel for stuff out here. What you can expect to see, not see. Some stuff's okay. I mean, some areas have a good handful of neutral mobs, but you do have to be mindful of other people killing them near you. And, you know, just be wary in case there's anything stealthed nearby. This is a section that I kind of know. Kind of. I haven't seen any stealthed foxes in this particular spot. Definitely have your larger nameplates turned on. That way you can see the mobs out here a little bit easier. But yeah, I mean, the respawn rates aren't too bad. And we just did a small loop there. So I think this will definitely speed up the Pacifist leveling. Actually, now that I'm saying that, do I have that turned on? I don't. We're gonna. We really should. Where'd he go? There he is. Alrighty. Oh, wait, there was another one. But can we get to it? I don't know. We're starting to get kind of deep in there. I'm not gonna risk that one. It might be fine, but since I don't have sap or vanish, I play this one a bit more conservatively because she is a priest. So I have, what do I have? What are my options? I have Chain Undead, which I don't even think I have on my bar, and I have Fear. That's kind of it. So I don't really have any crowd control that's meaningful. So I'm kind of naked in the breeze. Pretty much. Like, I really want this one down in the water, but I'm also terrified of the demon hunter coming back to farm, and I don't want to get hit with a prox. Since I know he's out here right now, so we're just gonna have to not do that one, because on the ground I can get away a little bit faster. I mean, he is horde, so I might not get the proc skill, but I've also seen stranger things happen. So watch these tree lines, because there's some foxes that kind of patrol around them. And there's one fox that walks back and forth right in through there, so if you cut that a little too low, your feet might skim his head, and you may end up triggering him. Alright, where are you? Oh, you're over here. Okay. Oh, what is it? Death Blossom. Alright, so I mean, we're up to Herbalism 19 so far. So, that's good. It's a start, y'all. It's something. So we're still clean on kills. And we've got a few things starting here. Not a whole lot. I'm gonna try to keep my ore there and my flowers there. And you know, you go to whatever zone you're more comfortable in. Unfortunately, I'm a bit more familiar with being in the trees. With where mobs are located out here. I personally feel like the mobs in Arden are too tightly packed. There could be sections where it's safe and they're neutral and they're fine. But in other times I get super nervous, and as I just realized there was somebody back there killing stuff behind me. Oh look, it's our demon hunter. Wonderful. Where is this? It's acting like I'm standing on top of it. Oh, there it is. So some of these ore nodes will blend in. Some of the flower nodes too, they just kind of look like they're part of the background art. Those I think are up top there. Like, I don't think that Demon Hunter's a bot. I've seen it around too many times. I think they're just out farming leather. Annoying, but I don't think it's anything that needs to be reported. And I want this flower. But you're killing stuff. Are you done killing? Are you done? Can I get this? Oh, fuck me. Run away, run away. I don't want credit for your kill. Where is it? There it is. The, selenium. Oh, boo! No, I finished mining that. Fuck you. Stupid despawning ore. That's not nice. Oh god. Stop killing stuff near me. Damn it. It's a little busy out here right now, so I do suggest, if you know a quieter time to be out in Shadowlands. Okay, we're still clean. To be out here farming, that you may want to be out here at those quieter times if your server has any. Mine obviously does not. Did I pick up the flight point in Hero's Rest? Because I don't remember if I did. But I think we're gonna head back into Heroes. Like, my screen looks foggy. Like, what? My graphics got changed around.
Do you train? As it must be.
I'm not happy about this, but I'm not going to change it while I'm in flight. Alright, we're going to do one last thing. We're going to take Down in Front over to Dark Moon Fair. This only comes around once a month, and now that I have flying, I'm okay with working on Down in Front once again. And it'll break it up a little bit. Now, Iron Nisey did hit 52 during Hollow's End. Now, our next holiday, because I really don't want to take her into Shadowlands. I'm terrified to do so. Our next holiday is going to be the WoW anniversary. That's going to start on November 15th. I will be doing a write-up on the website for that. However, I don't know if we're getting trivia or not. For the anniversary, we might be again. It seems to be a staple thing now. So Iron Nisey might be sitting until then. I'll probably be trying to do the trivia every day with her, just because it's just the one quest, and that's not really worth saving to only do once a week. So I'll probably be popping in to do that. If it looks like we're going to get close to dinging, I doubt we will on just that one daily. But if it looks like we do, then I will save that ding for stream. And during the WoW anniversary event, Pilgrim's Bounty will be starting November 23rd. And that's more of a pacifist working man holiday. I think Irons can do a little bit, just not as extensive as your pacifist and your working, because a lot of it is revolving around, sorry, I was trying to think of the word, revolves around cooking. Irons will be able to buy some things off Auction House potentially, and I think like you can at least do the sharing the food table quest as an Iron, so we'll bring Iron Nisey out for that, and we'll take things from there. But we're not gonna see as much of her because I really don't want to bring her out here. It's terrifying enough bringing the Iron out here, to be perfectly honest. So let's go and grab let's go and grab Down in Front real quick. I've got to put his clothes back on because he's naked too. He is naked. Okay. So, all of his white gear appears to still be intact, so that's good. It says this duration 1 day. Is it only duration 1 day once you've put it on? Because it's still in my bag and it's not going anywhere. Alright, we can't fly yet, so... Oh. Somebody was fucking with the Griffin Master, it would seem. Right, well I'm just gonna pop into Ironforge, so... Oh, there they are. Hey guys, Dunmorrow's under attack on, Nomergod. Don't know if anybody cares. Alright, so my last time putting stuff up on Auction House, I don't think anything sold. I think I sold like 2 things. And none of them were like the copious amounts of iron ore that I have. So I guess we priced it a little too high trying to, That's a hell of a question to see suddenly in general. I mean, in trade chat when you come into the city. Oh my. Alright. Sure, I really should put something up over that. Okay, they're talking about food. Okay, that makes me feel better. Marginally, but a little better. Oh, I guess they're playing 20 questions or something.
You got my attention.
Okay, round for the guards.
Off with you.
We can do that super quick. I didn't bother doing the fishing or cooking daily in Stormwind for Gentle Soul. I just didn't. I was on a mission. Now that she's out in Oribos, I probably won't. Apparently, if once you get to skill set 25 in Shadowlands, I think Fair was saying, the world quests pop up for the professions. So, I'll probably have to sit and fish somewhere safe so I can get the fishing world quests to pop up, and, I don't know if there's a cooking world quest. I haven't seen one, but then again, I don't think my cooking's at Shadowlands 25 on anybody, so that could be why there. Alright, let's head over to the Forlorn Cavern really quick. We'll see what the fishing daily entails out here tonight. Let's see if this is something we can do today. The blueprints get shiny baubles, a hair trigger, and if you, we can do this.
See you soon.
We can do
Making
this.
a special purchase?
Shit, how many of these do I need? Missing Regent shiny bauble. 5 shiny baubles. Okay, that's what I was trying to see. Okay, so there's our 5 shiny baubles.
Great day now.
Like, it'd be nicer if they like had it listed straight out, but it might be faster to go this way. I think it's directly across from me anyhow. Oh no, it was faster to go this way. Okay, engineering supplies. You.
Greetings.
Do we only need 1? Yes, okay. And then we have to go into Deep Run Tram. Are the traps on this side, or are they in... Yeah, they're on this side. Okay. For a second, I wasn't sure if they were here, or if they were in Stormwind. It would be awesome if they actually had, like, NPCs behind the ticket counters. I mean, they shove flavor NPCs everywhere else. What happened to our ticket counter people? Did they, like, go on strike or something? Oh wait, do we have enough? We do. Take the exit to Ironforge. Well, alright then, we'll take the exit to Ironforge. We'll turn this in. And then we'll head to the fair real quick. And then we'll get our profession dailies done there on this one, and we'll call it a day. Because I am starving. I'm not sure if my leftovers are gonna be enough, but we found burgers in the freezer, so I guess I can make one of those if it's not.
Safe travels.
Okay, there's that. So now we're gonna head this way. Let's just get that out of our bag right now. Alright, she's on this side of the road. We'll go and see our Dark Moon Fair friend. Yes, hello. I need a teleport. If you would, please. Into scary, scary Goldshire. Where all of the things happen. Alright. So let's head on down this way. You know, I don't even know if I selected a specialty on this one. I don't think I did. I mean, I may have, but those were some nerve-wracking moments before I could learn Dismiss Pet. Let me tell you. We haven't done archaeology, so we don't have...
Come get the food.
Excuse me. We don't have the
Stay away from
the fossils, so we're just gonna not. That's more than fine. Alright, I think that's about as close to that back fence as I want to get. We've got a piece here. Excuse me, friends. Oh, there's a Blingtron. I can do the Blingtron on this character. It doesn't get us anything, but we can do it. Bloodthirsties can't do Blingtron because it counts as a daily. Sea dogs, crunchy frogs. What did we get from the Blingtron? Vendor trash and 2 decoded messages. Fascinating. Wasn't there some kind of achievement for decoding all of the messages from one of them? Or am I mistaken? I could be wrong. I could be thinking about something else. Alright, let's talk to our friend here.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Oh, popped my tailbone. That was not happy. I'll tell you, my back's been pissed the past couple of days. Like, it didn't even like Russell laying how he was laying last night. It was so bizarre. I don't know if his arm was touching me or if he had the blanket pulled down too tight. I don't know what it was. No, like, it was weird. Like, it kept setting off in like a spasm where my entire back was trying to knot up. So I kept trying to move further away from you to see if that's what it was. And then you kept snuggling closer and
Next time, give me a nudge. And
you were snoring and you'd had trouble sleeping the past few days. I wasn't gonna wake you up. At the risk of you not being able to fall back asleep, I was not gonna do that to you. And normally I would just turn over and face him so that my back was not accessible to him. However, Zuzu decided he was gonna lay in my stomach and I was effectively pinned and couldn't move from my position. I was like, oh shit. And I'm laying there and it was getting to the point where I was gonna risk waking you up, and then you kind of half woke up and turned over and I'm like, okay. And then the pressure vanished, so I don't know if your arm was just barely touching me, because it, like, you were some distance from me, but I think your elbow was just slightly touching. And that was just enough to set my back off. And I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. But the doggo was glued to my stomach and he was on the very edge of the bed, so there really wasn't a whole lot of room for me to work with. I would love to have the bed that we had when we were at the vacation rental in Key West, because it was big even with the dogs both in the bed. Like, they were stretched out and we were stretched out, but they said it was a king. I don't know if it was a California king. We could never have enough room in here if we did that. But it was amazing. I can only imagine how crowded it would have been in the bed with Momo up in there too, because he's still in his dog bed, still being a gimpy puppy. Can't really do a whole lot. He's starting to move around a little bit more, but we're kind of trying to restrict his movement and trying to discourage him from being too jumpy, because we don't want him to re-injure himself. I was trying to get him to speak last night because I'm like, he can speak for a treat while laying down, that's fine, and we're still, you know, keeping his mind engaged and everything. And he got so excited, he like half stood up in bed and was like trying to climb up my leg. I'm like, oh buddy, don't do that. So I was like, it's okay, you don't have to get that excited about it. I mean, it was only pizza crust that had like no seasoning on it whatsoever. They get excited about the simplest things sometimes. Wasn't expecting quite that reaction from him.
The eternal sun shine.
Oh, I got a good chunk of XP from doing these on this guy. It's nice being low level and doing these and actually seeing the bar move meaningfully. I will say that. Oh, I'm so hungry. So tomorrow night, migraine permitting, of course, we will be doing Minecraft.
Greetings, man.
I have to make sure I actually did all my Minecraft prep. I think I did.
You be careful, man. Stay away from them.
Alright, I'm probably gonna leave this one out here for just a little bit so that I can do a little bit more fishing. But yeah, so tomorrow night will be Minecraft, migraine permitting. Friday we're probably going to be doing more art this week, so I can try to wrap up our PFAL, because I've got to get cracking on Christmas gifts. And Saturday will be the WoW Challenges podcast. I will be co-hosting with Lita this week. We'll be talking about patchy things. And then Sunday we'll be doing more art. We might be planning Christmas present projects on Sunday. And starting to get that all sorted out. And I don't know if we'll be doing the digital side of some of those on Sunday or not. We might be. And I don't think I'll need the art pad for that. I think I can do the vector art with the mouse because I just need outlines done. Or we can just try to sketch it. I mean, it doesn't have to be that precise for that particular project. So, that's gonna... Oh, damn it, I wanted to be up on the pillar. Oh well. We'll just chill out under the dock here. I don't think we can get in too much trouble down here. That's probably famous last words. Put my dark moon fish down here. So yeah, that's gonna be the schedule, tentative schedule for the rest of the week. So what we do Sunday depends on what we get done Friday. I want to bring Planet Zoo back in on Friday, but I've really got to get this shit done. And we're almost done. We started work on the tail yesterday. Or the green part of his butt tail area. I made a little bit of progress, but I didn't get as much stream time in as I had wanted to, so we'll try to see if we can extend that stream time on Friday. We'll see. But until tomorrow, you guys, stay safe on your challengers. Be careful if you are taking someone in the mall that you are through the mall skip and into Shadowlands that you haven't previously. Remember to test out anything that you are unsure of or not experienced with. Hopefully I will see some of you guys tomorrow for Minecraft. And until next time, you guys have a great night.